Okay. Shalom fam. Listen, as usual, I didn't really intend to go live or do a video, but I just knew I had to in light of some comments that was made to me, and just some wisdom and knowledge from some elders that was dropped on me. And it just it definitely always resonates with me when I really hear good sound advice. So I'm here to share what what was told to me, and I think it's the best advice for Black foreigners, expats, the diaspora, whatever you call yourself, people in this truth, on this walk, and you're trying to get back to the motherland. This is a message for you, because we are all getting caught up. We are all getting caught up in a web, and it's a spiritual web, because we don't understand that we're supposed to cut this off. We're supposed to cut it off maybe a year or so ago. But unfortunately, when people are hurt, it continues to, the wound just never heals. I can't imagine, and me and my uncle talked about this, we couldn't imagine someone taking a large sum of money from us and then treating us like dirt. So I know it hurt. And for my family who know, we know, we've had a conversation. We've had many conversations about this. And unfortunately, it still hurts us to our core, even though sometimes it's not directly happening to us. It still hurts because we see our mother, we see our grandmother, we see our uncle, we see our cousins, we see people hurt by this same situation. And when you have a personal attachment to it, it's very easy for you to get triggered by things that someone may say, or people are not communicating or properly articulating the story. It's very hard. So tonight I want to tell you the advice that was given to me. For one thing, I want to shout out to Mama DJ, because I love that comment that you made about dropping the mic, because we have warned so many people about this. It's time for us to drop the mic. We have spoken up about it. Pastor Betty got on here and really hit all the points. It's not much more to be said. What needs to happen now is us to start cutting ties. And I mean cutting ties with these YouTube podcasts, people that keep us riled up and keep us involved and keep advertising, and we have to cut them off too. And some of you may feel like you want to cut me off. Hey, if you have to cut this channel off because it's triggering you, cut it off. It's no point in you being so emotionally tied to and spiritually tied to this stuff that it disrupts your day-to-day life. So what I want to talk about briefly tonight is cutting ties, the unsolved land scams. They're happening all over, but most of y'all know I'm talking about Tanzania, because that's where I have a tie and a connection with, because a lot of these people, I'm literally, for some reason, I was connected with these people. And, despite what people may say about us looking and seeking out people, literally we didn't seek out anybody. The Most High led these people to connect with us, and we just gave them free advice. We didn't charge them for consultations. We didn't charge them to tell them our experience. We didn't charge them to tell them what they shouldn't do and things we noticed. And we didn't charge them to introduce them to people that's really going to help them. So tonight, fam, let's talk about cutting ties. Shalom, Brother Clyde. It's time to cut ties with this unsolved land scam. So before I move to the next slide, I want to first say that Jamaican African Travels, Mr. Clyde and Miss Maria, warned people long time ago. They were dropping knowledge and wisdom on people, and they were ostracized by certain people in certain groups, and they were still hurt because they were literally just trying to stand up for people. And I know that emotional involvement because I was right there in Tanzania with them, literally going through and feeling the pains of what people going through. And if you have any ounce of empathy or remorse, or that true, love that the Most High have for his people, you are gonna feel for these people. And you're not just gonna, throw out or disregard people's feelings or what people are telling you that happened to them. It's important that you don't be so like, I see comments, people say, oh, y'all so dumb, you threw away all your money, you did it. Hey, you don't understand the pull. You don't understand the spiritual part of this, like that journey back to Africa. Like, I didn't really understand that spiritual tie that you have when you get there. Like, it is a pulling on your heart and your ruach. You feel it, like, because it's like our taste of freedom. Like, it's really our taste of freedom. So when people are disrupting and trying to like take that away after you've given them money, and they just stepping on your dreams, spitting on your dreams, and they telling you like you're worthless and ignoring you after you've given them so much money and your hard-earned money, like it's messed up, man. So what I want to say now, I promise I'm about to go to the next slide. What I want to say is that, fam, so Brother Clyde say, let's talk about the diaspora and who are now discovering so-called allotted land that they bought is all measured short. No one has correct acreage. Hey, and Brother Clyde, that's a part of the web. That's a part of this web that I'm about to just explain real quick. So somehow, in some way, most expats have been connected by one main channel. All right. They were connected to these other smaller channels at the beginning. They might have been popular, but I don't need to go through this whole rundown about who is who. All right. You look at my investigative board right here, and you can kind of see the connection. So we're gonna start off with this guy, the podcast guy. He the main guy behind the mic that's really revving up and really pulling on your heart, tugging on your heartstrings with the word of the Most High, getting you riled up about bringing us back together, bringing the two sticks, getting you back on the continent, getting you back set up, and connect with these young people over here, connect with this group. And then you got let me hide this part right here, this little advertisement. So you got this young lady right here with her head down. She's an investor. She gets people riled up, get people into conferences. She rally up everybody. And then you got this other group who's all about Black investors, getting people back on the continent, investing. And then you got the wicked witch and the warlock behind the scenes, pulling the strings and like manipulating and whatever else they're doing. And I don't know who these people are, I'm gonna be honest, because I thought it was certain people, but I know that it's a bigger entity behind these people, because it's all connected. And rather, some of these people feel like they're righteous in what they're doing and they speak out righteously and but the way they disregard people, I know they're not righteous, and I know they really don't have the love that the Most High really have for his people, because you would not like treat people the way you've been treated, the way people have been treated, man. Shalom, fam. Shalom, y'all. But the main thing I want to get at, y'all, all these expat situations and all of these land scams, even everybody talking about, the situation in Mwanza and the young guy there, and then you don't hear much about what's going on in Tanzania, like Brother Clyde is saying, in Yumbo, like right in his area, all the stuff that is going on there, and yeah, we don't really go into detail on that stuff anymore because it's like a lot of people hurt and a lot of people connected with that, and the chips are falling. So I'm listening, Mama DJ. I promise I'm dropping the mic. This is me dropping the mic. I'm gonna just drop it with some knowledge though. Okay, so fam, all of these people are tied. What I want us to understand, that we have to cut the ties from us spiritually. All right. And I'm going to just tell you quickly how it was given to me, how we should go ahead and cut these ties. And I know some of y'all, like, who are studied, you already know what time it is. You already know how to cut ties with people. I know one thing about Black folk: we know how to cut people off when it's time to cut them off. But I don't want you to just say you're going to physically cut these people off. You're going to like spiritually cut them off. You're going to turn some of these channels off. You're going to block some of these notifications. You're going to not tell them, don't recommend that channel anymore to you. You don't want to be involved in any of it anymore, because it's all going to keep pulling on you. So we got to cut these ties so that we can move forward and continue to make progress, because we are making progress. We have to just cut these ties. And in the same breath I'm saying cut ties, Let's continue to uplift our people who got scammed. Like, we still have to look out for them. We still have to figure out a way for them to like be brought back. You know, we're gonna pray for them because we know that the most high is gonna restore all that was taken from them, with even more. So yeah, let's go on. Let's proceed. All right, fam. So listen, how do we separate from these people? All right, first we're gonna cancel them. All right, they canceled. All right, now they all playing victim. They're making it seem like people are attacking them and things are not going their way because they were done wrong. All right, that's crying wolf. We done. They canceled. We done with that. All right, so do not be deceived. Bad company ruins good morals. 1 Corinthians 15:33. We already know that. I've read that before. Let's stop letting these wicked people influence us. Let's cut them off. Cut them off. Like, so Pastor Betty sent me and my brother this message the other day. Like, take that same knife out of your back and use it to cut the rope, cut the ties. Take the knife out your back and cut the ties. We got to cut the ties with these people completely. Exactly. Brother Clark say, let's continue to talk about, who these seniors who have invested thousands of dollars and still waiting on a return for their money. That's another thing. The way the money, our wealth is the spirit. It's a spiritual attack on our wealth. These people are connected with us with money transactions and bank transactions, Cash App transactions, SendWave transactions. We've been sending these people money for consultations. We've connected ourselves with these people. It's time to cut them off. All right, it's time to like hit the ground praying. All right, because I truly believe like it's nothing that we have done other than prayer that has caused all these things to fall in place. Because one scammer moved to another area, the same fall is happening. The other scammer stayed in this area. The fall is still happening. Just when you thought that you were going to continue to do it, it's not. The Most High is not going to allow you to do it anymore. Like, your feet getting cut from under you because you have the wrong people. You touched the wrong people. So we're going to separate from them by canceling them. All right. So should you run or walk? You should sprint. You should sprint past that path. All right. You should sprint. They canceled. These are literally robbers, and they are strategic about how they rob us. And they are crafty and creative. You got to give them their props. They are crafty, creative marketers and advertisers. They do their thing. And now you see they got a whole network of African repat or African YouTube investors. They got a whole situation going right now. Run. They have no good advice for us. I'm telling you. If they connected with the wicked, they ain't got no good advice for us. All right, so do not enter the path of the wicked and do not walk in the way of evil. Avoid it. Do not go on it. Turn away from it and pass on. Run, sprint, crawl. If you're crawling right now, crawl, roll out of the way as much as you can. I just think I was talking to Brother Clyde and I was talking to Sister Maria, and we were saying like when we meet people who are connected with these wicked people, we're cutting no, we want no parts of it because it leads to just confusion and chaos, and we want no parts of it. So that's why I don't really name drop like that. I want y'all to read in between the lines, use your critical thinking. Y'all know what we talking about. Y'all know exactly what situations we talking about. We don't have to continue to say these people's name because we give them power when we say their name. We avoid saying their name. All right, don't say their name. Don't say the enemy name. Don't give them power. Don't give them no footstool, no step, no space, nothing. Don't give them anything. No more involvement with those. I have cut off so many channels. I used to follow so many channels who like talking about this and talking about that. I have cut so many channels off. And I don't care. I learned from these channels. And, Pastor Betty put me on a lot of these channels. I stopped following these people. And I'm not getting roped into that. Like, I truly want to just study. I want to get back to Africa. I want to be able to get something set up for my family just so we have a place that we can just say, hey, we can go outside of the West. And I think that is where I'm at with it, because I don't truly know that that's where the Most High going to have us. But at this present time, I just want to have a place. Like, one of my students asked me today, it was so funny. He said, Coach, did you grow up in Africa your whole life? And I was like, yeah, we're going to talk about that later. The way I carry myself now, like these students really, and these athletes really believe that, like, I grew up in Africa, like, because I talk about it so much. Like, I've never had a teacher other than in college with Florida A&M. I never had a teacher in high school talk to me about living in a foreign country. And like, so I know that my students like absorbing that. So the reason why we got to get disconnected from these wicked people is because the younger generation are listening. They're trying to figure out, like, is that really something we can do? Like, and we have to pave the way for them to really want it and take interest in it. So I have a few students that have like traveled to different African countries, and it just blew my mind that in this little country, Podunk County, that I didn't mean to call my place country, but it is country. I was just very surprised to have students that have traveled so much. But we just gotta cut it off, like stay off the path of these people. So we ain't going down that road of these land scams. We're not going down that road anymore. Like, it's done. Mr. Clyde has warned you. It's so many channels that have warned you. Diaspora Connect, y'all been on our panel. We have warned y'all. So I'm with you. I'm with you. Like, it's time to cut it off. Like, they canceled. The thief, the robber, they done. Like, they cook. Y'all, it's hot in this room. They cook, y'all. They done. I'm telling you, they done. All right, next slide, fam. Fam, this is the last slide. So I told you that this would not be long, and I'm gonna get right to it. So it's overdue. It's beyond overdue for this part. So again, I already said, don't walk, or should you run or walk, you should sprint. Get out of there. Pray for the wicked person and repent. Pray for the wicked person to repent and turn to Yah. All right. So for us, we must maintain our physical and emotional distance to protect our spiritual health. This is vital. And where I got this message from, I gotta give my friend P the props, because when this was said to me about giving people access, and I know I said this previously, but it is so powerful when you give people access to you. When you give them access to you, you are opening yourself up to whatever they have going on. You know, especially if you ain't like geared up with your armor, girded up, and you got your shield on like constantly. And sometimes we're vulnerable, especially in this movement. You know, we're vulnerable because we don't know. It's unknown territory. But you must cut off your physical and emotional from those people. All right, because that's where it started. The enemy got you thinking physically, then emotionally, you mad, you angry, you sad, whatever. Then it's affecting everything you do. You like, oh, this is affecting everything. These land scams have been devastating for diaspora. It has made people not want to travel to Africa. It's made people, and I've been listening to these podcasts, you know, last couple of days, and I'm like, y'all are talking about this like it's just something. Oh, I've been warning people for 2 years, and yeah, but you got thousands of followers on YouTube, and you highlight all these scammers, and you deal with them. Like King Gunda, bro, you deal with half of these people. You have talked to them, you featured them on your channel, and these are the very people that's connected with this web that you are warning people about. So it's very sad, and I'm calling his name because, for one, I enjoyed their channel. Like, I truly do. Like, I'm an avid person. I watch their channel, and I definitely see the connection now. I'm like, dang, like y'all got to do better too. You say you want to be fooled up with the expats and the diaspora like that, no consulting, but you're very much a part of the problem too. So just saying, you're a part of the problem. You gotta change that. You gotta read that. You gotta go back and get some of those things that you put out into that YouTube space, because people are still watching these videos from 2 years ago or a year ago, and they're just getting into the move of Africa. So it's just like you got people starting over from the beginning, and now y'all got all this drama. You trying to catch people up. No, y'all need to go ahead and y'all need to fix that. All right. But anyways, that's my rant on that. So, fam, with us cutting them off to maintain our spiritual and emotional and physical distance, this will also align us with what the Most High want us to do, to love our enemies. And I know that's hard. So You don't love what they do. You don't love the wickedness and how they are, but you love the fact that you know that the Most High going to deal with them. And it is not going to be up to you. The burden is not on you. So we got to keep ourselves free from corrupting influences. These people are a corrupted, bad seed. Y'all bless, fam. I'm so thankful that you got your money back, because that's Baruch. That's the Most High. So I'm so happy that you got your money back. Because you already know, because you shouldn't have to go through that. You shouldn't have to lose your money and lose your livelihood behind these people. So fam, that's a blessing. That's a Baruch. So fam, we have to cut them off. We have to cut them off, and all roads lead. It all leads back to the Most High Yahuwah. So if you ain't turning back to the Most High, and if you are not putting it back on the Most High, like, what are you doing? Because we can't handle these people. I'm telling you, some of these people are far too wicked. You're right, Brother Claude said we got to stop sharing their videos. Yes, absolutely. Even when we share, Brother Claude told me this. Even when you share the video to people in text message or in WhatsApp or whatever, you're giving those people views. You giving them more of an audience when you share their videos. Stop sharing their videos. Even if you disagree with what they're saying or whatever, maybe you hit somebody up and say, hey, I saw this video, whatever. But you have to stop sharing and watching these people videos too. Just to cut the ties. I really don't understand why we continue. I don't watch none of their videos. And they swear they don't be watching my videos, but they do. And I don't even got no following. Like, when I put together videos, fam, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When I put together videos, it take me like maybe 10, 15 minutes. We literally just got home and I said I'm gonna do a video. I was like, oh, let me just put together 3 little slides real quick and add some little, some clip art or whatever, and I'm gonna get on here and do a video. Like, I'll be doing all. I don't have to conjure up nothing to get on here and just speak my truth. Like, I don't have to do that. I go before my students, I go before people every day, and I talk to people and I teach people. Not in this capacity on YouTube, but it's in person. So I don't have to do all that, man. And I don't have to be, one way on YouTube and another way outside of YouTube. I'm the same way outside of YouTube. Like, literally one of my students said that to me today. Like, man, anything bother you, you just show it on your face. Like, I'm like, I do. I'm sorry. That's just how it is, man. I just can't. You irritate me, you hurt me, whatever. I'm going to show it on my face. You're going to see it. But yeah, man. Either way, fam, I ain't going to hold you. Baruch, y'all, we cutting ties with these people. We cutting ties with the wicked. This crime is already solved. Like, the Most High already know their end. The Most High know that all roads lead to their fall, their demise. It's nothing else that we need to do. Like Mama DJ said, drop the mic. It's nothing else that we need to say. We still need to have these conversations so that our people know that, hey, you still have a community of people who don't want a dime from you and don't want to take anything from you or your family. It's still people out there like that. And it's people like that in Tanzania. It's people that live there, local people, and they truly don't want your wealth like people say. Some people have those experiences. They meet up with these people who are trying to take their money, but not all people are trying to do that. Because one thing I've learned, people there live a simple life, and they ain't trying to add all these complex things to their life. Some people do, it depends. But certain parts of Tanzania, people are not looking to have all these issues, man. So, Baruch family, we got a panel discussion coming up. I still have a few more people I need to message. Pretty much all the people, I'm gonna be honest, because I only talked to 2 people about it. So I got to message everybody else to get them all on board so that they can come and get on this panel. So like I mentioned, we're going to have some new people. So just look out for that. I think it'll be next week, because usually I don't really wait too much, too long, because if I don't do it next week, then y'all know it's going to be like 2 weeks out. But fam, we're going to have some good discussion on this panel, because it is vital that we continue the conversation about our people moving forward, with doing things in Africa. It doesn't all have to be revolved around purchasing land. Africa is not all about purchasing land, fam. That's another thing we got to get out of our mind, because right now, with the state of things, some of us just need to focus on traveling there, scoping out, maybe starting a bank account, maybe figuring out how you can get things set up slow. That's one thing I do agree with some of these YouTubers that talk about taking things slow. And this is no dig at other YouTubers, man, who like really out here helping people. So we know it's people out there who really like genuinely helping people, and their channel don't always grow because they don't try to keep up with all the trends and the algorithms and all that. So either way, Brooke fam, we're gonna talk again. Hopefully, I may do another little live tomorrow, if I get a moment. So yeah. Brooke, y'all fam, we're gonna link up a little bit later. There you go. Move slow and in silence. Move slow and in silence. Janelle, Baruch, that's completely true. Completely true. Maybe I should read some of these comments. I'm sorry, fam. Brother Claude said it's a shame and disgrace. Oh my gosh. That we look to those scammers to help pave the way. Hey, fam, let me put this back up. We look to these people to pave the way, and they paved the way to issues and discord and chaos is what they created. Yeah, again, Brooke, fam. Yes, indeed. All right, yeah. Shalom, fam. Shalom. Yeah, fam. It's times. Dropping the mic. Y'all have a good evening. A Baruch morning. Wherever y'all living right now. It's flying here. Okay, fam. Fam, drink your green juice, man. It's vital. I'm gonna put some of these comments up real quick because I'll never do this. Hey, fam, we always gonna tell the truth, man. We always gonna tell the truth. Brother Clyde, man, I know, man. This whole land thing, man, is just detrimental. Shalom, fam. Again. See, Brother Clyde, like, really dealt with a lot of these elders. He's interacted with these people who have lost their money. So it's very hard on them. Like, they carry a big burden because people run to them after they have been hurt. So they connect Brother Clyde and Sister Maria into almost every situation that involves these certain scammers, because they're living right there in the area. So, people try to downplay their part in it, but these are the very people who help people. Or they just give them a shoulder to cry on. They give people food. They look out for people, recommend ways for them to figure it out after, they've been left high and dry. Left high and dry, man. It's the truth. So, man, y'all follow Jamaican African Travels. Y'all see it on the screen. These are people who just righteous, and they just try their best to just do the right thing, living by, the principle of like looking out for people genuinely. So I believe they live by Torah, but they may not say the same thing. They still working on things, but hey, these people, they have the right to be frustrated because the amount of stuff they deal with. But yeah, follow Jamaican African Travels. You listen, they have beautiful piece of land in Tanzania, and they have always highlighted how they grow food, how they are sustaining by living on their own land. They're fully solar. So y'all can consult with them if you already have your land, you already got your things set up. You can definitely consult with them because they're the best resource right now in Tanzania. Oh man, Brother Clyde, you going in right now. So listen, Brother Clyde say, let's talk about their tactics of sending bonus lawsuit to intimidate us from not talking. Fam, I was sent a lawsuit, a big hefty lawsuit, and I don't even name drop. They swear up and down I was talking about them, this and that. But after speaking to our lawyer and speaking to two lawyers, they all said, like, for you to try to say that somebody is slandering your name, a lot of allegations and a lot of information has to be false. And if you're actually doing the things that you're accused of, it's not really slandering. And for these people to be trying to intimidate us, man, we expect we in a new country, like we trying to like all make it, but y'all resort to like doing just foul stuff like that. It's all about intimidation and manipulation with witchcraft. So cut it off right now, fam. They full of witchcraft. They full of wicked tactics. That's what they do. They try to intimidate people by threatening them, telling them that, sending them cease and desist, telling them that if they don't be quiet, they're gonna have to pay them. We're gonna take y'all, fam. I ain't got no more to say. I said I'm gonna stop talking. But anyways, hey, Brother Clyde, you got me bringing up stuff, man, that I ain't trying to talk about, man. Dang. It is a shame and disgrace. Oh yeah, we already read that one. Dang, I don't see how I missed that other comment. Shalom, Sister Georgina. Let me see. Okay, I read that one too. Baruch, she got her money back from scammers, man. Look at that. Beatrice. Brother Clyde. Yeah, we're gonna stop sharing their videos. Yes, they're wicked, evil witches, warlocks trying to trap and use y'all's people. That's what they're doing. Yes, indeed. Hallelujah. All right, fam. I think I'm getting to the last couple comments. Hold on. Okay. Janelle says people know how to get you emotionally with going back to the motherland and plot against you. Yes, they do. They know how to pull on our emotional heartstrings with that whole journey. They tell you everything good. They don't tell you all the pitfalls that you can run into. They just try to send you on that like paradise. They sell you with paradise, man, and tell you how good it is and how they can help you. You can just lean on them at the beginning. They really just trying to get money from you. It's sad. All right, Brother Oral says, who is this? I think I know who this is. Brother Oral, if you can clarify what part of my presentation, I could bring it back up. But yeah, Brother Oral, you've interacted with a lot of these people, man. They ain't no good, man. And all they do is try to make other people take the fall for mistakes and bad business that they have done. Oh, but I'm gonna put this one up from Janelle again. Move slow and in silence. Move slow and in silence. Stop advertising exactly what you're doing. I will not advertise nothing that I'm doing other than just taking some trips. That's it. For YouTube, that's what my YouTube is about, and talking to people about doing smart business and just, talking about the Most High and the Torah. That's all I'm doing. So if you want to talk to me on a personal level, you reach out to me through WhatsApp. But again, I'm still limited on that information because you never know who's who and who's connected with who. So what I'm going to tell you, if you want to buy land or whatever, I'm going to tell you to find you a local lawyer. I'm going to tell you to get with a Delali. All right, go find you a village somewhere, find an area that you want to buy land, and then you go that route. Because once you go that route, trust me, when local people see that it's a foreigner trying to purchase land, they're gonna always help you out. They're gonna sell you some land. You just make sure you have your business set up. And if your business is set up, guess what? You can purchase land underneath your business, underneath your company, and you don't have to go through scammers to get your land. So there we go. But yeah. All right, family. That's all the comments. We just gonna go ahead and get out of here and end this. But again, look forward to talking to y'all next week. Look for that advertisement on our little news feed or community feed. I'm gonna put a poster up for the panel discussion. And if any of you who are in the comments, you would like to join the panel discussion, because some of y'all have knowledge and just wisdom and information that you can share with people, and you don't have to tell all your business. You can be discreet about what you want to share. You can be very general. But if you would like to get on, people love to hear from different people. So if you brave enough, I'm gonna say that, if you brave enough, you mighty enough to just share whatever you want to share. If you want to share a little bit, on StreamYard, you can actually change your name. You can put whatever picture you want up, so you don't even have to show your face, if you don't want to. So I encourage most of y'all to get on here and just share with people, because even though we're a small channel, people actually do watch these live streams, and they do it do help people. So, but yeah, I hope that hope that y'all can get on, man. And join. I'll put that up. Brother Orr, they shouting you out, man. Hey fam, this juice is hit. Cucumber, apple, lemon, peppermint, and yeah, that's it. It's good. Good. Wash down all the junk I've been eating today, because I started off juicing this morning and ended up eating cookies and everything else today. All right, fam. Baruch, y'all have a good evening and a Baruch day.